Hello there. It is a holiday, and no, it's not the holiday yet, but it's coming up. Um, FOC with the CCB. That's what we're doing right now. Not a clue if people are going to join in or not because last minute, always last minute. It's December 22nd. It's a Sunday evening at 10 p.m. Canadian Ontario time. And FOC for the next 2 weeks are going to be super light. Marvel and DC have no FOCs. There's no pre-orders, pre-sales. Um, and so, yeah, gives you more reason to buy back issues. And right now, I guess for the next 2 hours, we have 25% off our back issues. So if you're seeing this, if you're watching it, you have 2 hours to hit 25% off about 60,000 comic books. So yeah, there is that, right? What am I going to say here? Other than that, I don't know. Let's dive in. Like I said, pre-sales are done for the next 2 weeks, except for indies. The indie publishers are still doing their thing, but not Image. Image is also one of the big ones, not doing it. So if you've never seen us before, every Monday by 8 p.m. you have to order your comics. You can guarantee you're going to get your comics if you come to our website, thecanadiancomicbin.com, hit this little pre-sale button, and right here we've got our indie comics, DC and Marvel. You can see the dates here: DC January 6th, January 13th. Just because we put a couple of big ones in there that are going to be on the FOC for the next few weeks. But we're going to jump into our indie comics right here. I thought I had this set up so I can see if people are live or not. I'm not completely sure if I've done that or not. So I'm going to do a little bit of research while you kind of watch me. Still have not really figured this out. Yeah, let's turn that off. Two people are watching us on YouTube right now, unless that one of those people are me, because our YouTube screen is up. Just not completely sure if I catch my chats, if chats are happening. If you are watching, and could you just write something in the chat? Doesn't matter. You just type a letter or a number. I just want to see if something pops up. Maybe I'll do it myself. That's right. Did that do anything on my other screen? No, it didn't. So I still don't know how this works. Man, it's been a couple of weeks working on this, and don't know what I'm doing still. That's okay. One day there will be a day where I'm like, I got this locked down. So I apologize for people who are just watching this nonsense. Oh, there we go. We got Scott Piper saying something, but I gotta say I can't see it on my. I'm using StreamYard. That's what I'm using to be able to do the screen on the side here and have myself on the camera. But on StreamYard, I can't really see. Oh wait, no, no. I think I just figured it out. I got it. All I had to do was click on comments. Um, all right, we got this. We got this going. I am gonna just send a quick text because what else am I doing right here? All right. Chelsea's in the other room, and I just told her to jump on YouTube to see if she will actually jump on and maybe comment or something. And I apologize to Scott because I spelled your name with one T. So Alberto, thank you. Merry Christmas. I appreciate that. Um, wow, there you go. We got a couple of people who actually jumped in and left a comment, so I'm happy about that. But let's do our FOC, and we'll see if Chelsea will jump in the chat later on, whether or not she's pretty tired and got a lot going on right now. I guarantee in the new year I will get a mic and the voice will sound a little bit better. I know I've had some complaints and some texts from people saying, get a mic. Even in our like TikTok videos and stuff like that, they're just like, get a mic. All right, let's jump into our FOC. It's going to be really short. We're not going to be here for very long because it's all indie stuff. But again, if you want discount, 25% discount on back issues, you've got about 2 hours, just shy of 2 hours, 1 hour and 54 minutes left of that sale. So the pre-sales, indie. Let's jump in. Let's see. What do we got? A lot of these are leftovers from last week. And, you know, a lot of these indie publishers, they push their date back and then they jump back on here and just be like, oh, here it is again and again. So Lego Ninjago, number 4 of 5. It's actually a pretty cool cover, but it's been up there already. Every single issue from Ninjago has been pushed back months. It's kind of crazy that like Image itself and then Lego, two big companies, can't get people on a really tight schedule. It's surprising. So anyway, the B cover, don't know. And I'm pretty sure that these are actually pushed back 2 or 3 weeks now because there's no Image pre-orders for the next little bit. But Dick Tracy, number 7. This has not been on the FOC for a little while. I think they took a little delay, maybe just a restart, just a couple of months buffer for the artist to catch up for the next story arc. Don't know. That's just my guess. But we've got some Dick Tracy buyers in our store. And so number 7 and Francavilla variant. We got the Blank. That's the name of that character. Maybe you saw the 90s Dick Tracy movie with Warren Beatty. Maybe you didn't. This was also up the previous week. Cowl, 1964, number 4. I remember when the original series jumped on, and I really did enjoy it. But it was a short little mini series, and I'm trying to get Chelsea on here. We'll see if she does. And Lilith, anyway, 3 of 5. This is pushed back every single month, so you're always going to see Lilith up there lingering around. These indie ones, I don't know. Falling in Love, The Path to Hell. I believe this was up last week. Yeah, it definitely was, because any Image up here was up last week. But I thought this was a 3-issue miniseries, but it's longer than that, and there's a trade paperback coming out, so I guess it's an ongoing. Hack and Slash, Red Coat. This pushback, you'll see this over the next couple of weeks. Whether or not we do an FOC next week, I'm not quite sure, because there's just not going to be a lot up. There are 3 covers available, bundle if you want. Spawn, no home here. So this is about the girl that Billy Kincaid killed in issue number 5 of Spawn, way back. We're at like issue 357 or something like that. And a fun fact, if you're a Spawn collector, we bought a collection a weekend ago, 2 weekends, and I am working on this huge Spawn run. It's 1 to 350, variants galore. There are some issues missing. There is no 174, 175. Those are the big... if you're watching the little chat right there, one of the coolest people ever has just commented. I cannot believe she jumped on here to grace us with her presence, but Miss Chelsea Wright is right there and believes Spawn is very cool. Anyway, we have this huge Spawn run, and I've been pricing it up, and it's gonna go live in the new year, but I cannot believe the prices on Spawn comic books. They are crazy. I've been looking at Key Collector, I've checked out the Overstreet, and they're all like lower prices. You look at eBay completed sales, it's bananas. Like stuff that's listed at like $10 on Key Collector, you'll see multiple $50 sales on eBay, and you're like, oh my. So anyway, if you're a Spawn collector, you're gonna love the run we put out, but you're also gonna hate the prices. But anyway, this new miniseries about the little girl that was murdered by Billy Kincaid. Dick Tracy is underappreciated by the masses. You know, there are a lot of comics that I think are very underappreciated by the masses. So Dick Tracy, maybe it is. Could be. Could be. Well, Scott Piper says it definitely is. Anyway, there are multiple covers. We did a 1 in 50 bundle. If you want to get all 50 copies, 30% off. Spawn ratios, and I will tell you, Spawn, not just Spawn ratios, Spawn A-B covers go for money. You just gotta wait, man. Wait it out. These Spawn collectors are insane, and they hold on to their books. So if the past is anything to do with the future, these variants probably going to be something. Money Shot, a little. It's going to be a sexy book here, but this is something that was on the order last week, and we still don't have our other covers. They're all bagged, black bagged, so you won't actually see the cover because they're going to be like nudity or something. Yeah, all these are just, there's so many just repeats from last week. So if you watched our last video, you've seen these already. But I do like this cover, the B cover for City Beneath Her Feet, Tinian. It's awesome, awesome. Is that all we're getting from Chelsea? It's just Spawn is cool. Maybe we'll get something else from her. She may have clocked out and it's like, nah, I'm going to bed. The heck with you guys. DuckTales #3. This was up before. It's up again. It's going to probably be up for the next couple of weeks. Same with Red Sonja here. Bundles, if you want all covers, there they are. Thundercats was up last time. We talked about that. Yeah, this is a crummy FOC because it's all repeats. Conan. Arcbound, this is a new one. The 3rd issue, this is Tom Hardy's written thing. Scott Snyder's helping him out. Frank Thierry, another writer. A little futuristic thing. If they get any pull, they'll likely try to adapt it at some point later on, but if not, it's just a cool little futuristic comic written by Tom Taylor. Black Hammer, Spiral City, #3. Teddy Christensen. Just haven't seen that guy draw in such a long time. We honestly don't have many buyers. We've got copies of #2 on the stands right now. I think we sold 1 off the stand. What are you going to do? Book of Cutter. You know what? Let's make this bigger. Why do you need to see my face? You don't. Let's do it this way. Book of Cutter, it's the new one-shot. They've done the Book of Slaughter, the Book of something, I don't remember what, but they're double size. They're usually are in that, well, this one's $13.80, so yeah, it's an expensive book, but you get a lot of story, and if you are into something Skull of Children, you got to have these. But the variants, you got the Deladera, but I did like the C cover the best. Was my go-to cover for this. It's the FOC, little negative space on the top of the mask. So if you've been reading the story, the storyline that just passed had this character who is quite vicious. So we get to this will give us some feedback on that character. If you want all 3 covers, 10%, which is not bad on $40 worth of comic. House of Slaughter, it's coming to an end. I think #30 is the last issue. So we're getting close to the end. But man, these Fornes covers, it's so good. It's just so good. Love that cover. The Deladera B variant, not as inspiring. It's the guy looking at a tub with some little bits floating in it, but nowhere near as good as that A cover. All right. Where we go? And Ji Young Lee, is it? No. Yeah, I think it's Lee and Hyuk. Sorry. He's Chelsea is obsessed with feet, specifically Venom. So whenever there's something with feet, I think of her and be like, oh, Chelsea would want to look at that. Anyway, he's got this cover run on the series, but it's also quite a bit more expensive. And for our buyers, nobody's actually went in to buy those covers because it's just a little too expensive. But if you do want all three, 10% off. In Bloom #2. If you watch The Last of Us, this might be a little bit of an interest to you because of the people being infected by the kind of mushroom fungus type thing. So far, the people who have read it, it seems to be a positive read, like they're enjoying it. But I did like the B cover. Just creepy. That Last of Us game that I played. I just played the original game through again. Really enjoyed it. Vicarious #4. That is the B cover, but everybody wants the A cover because it's by Panosian. But all his other covers were like close-up headshots. I don't know if people will enjoy that as much. Minky Woodcock, The Girl Called Cthulhu. Cthulhu is always an interesting thing. If you've ever read or come across North 40 or 40 North, it's an Image 6-issue series drawn by Fiona Staples, known for Saga. It's a Cthulhu that happens, like I feel like Cthulhu's an event, you know, those insanely scary demonic monsters. But it happens in like the South, and so it's like you know, like we're watching Landman right now, like with I can't even remember his name, Billy Bob Thornton, and it's like if those people were just doing their run-of-the-mill things, and all of a sudden Cthulhu, like demons coming up. I really it's just, it was such a good series. Like nobody I know ever read it, but I did, and I think of it from time to time, and because of this series, I think of it more. So this is the photo cover, but I have to say it's a crummy photo cover. I don't like this at all. It looks like AI art, but as the more I look at it, I'm like, okay, it's photo, but like, is everything else fake? Like the leg looks weird. I don't know. Don't like it. Thumbs down from me. There are more covers to it. There's I'm just gonna go through all these covers because we're almost done. Bike again, another looks AI-ish. Don't like it. Get someone to draw that, like a proper, just sketch it. You've got your nude cover. Doesn't show it. We got the black lines on it. And a bundle if you want all four. There you go. This popped up just recently. I added it yesterday, I think. Type O Negative. It's a rock band, and so it's the 30th anniversary of their album Bloody Kisses, celebrating the stunning volume of art and stories. So all these, I guess, rock stars connected to Type O Negative are given stories, and yeah, so if you like this band, this could be for you. We also added Dick Tracy, hey Scott Piper, Dave Johnson variant set. It's the Encore edition, so you get the first 5 issues of this. I guess they did a black and white version, made it more poster-like. Because I think I remember Dave Johnson covers for those other ones. But anyway, if you want all 5, it's $67. That is the set. So that is our indie comics. But we're not completely done. 2 big issues are coming out, and so we're going to leave them on our FOC for the next like month. You're going to see these issues there because they're big books, and we want to try and get more people to buy them because I do run a business and I want people to buy stuff. So DC has Batman 158, Jim Lee returning, interiors, covers, only 6 issues because you know, I guess he's slower than he used to be, and you know, older. But anyway, 6-issue storyline. Return to Hush with Jeff Loeb, Scott Williams, the whole trinity of creators coming back. No real description on what's going to happen here, but you can start ordering them right now. So we've got a connecting cover, an A and B, got Joker in both of them. He's screaming because he is happy about the Joker being there, or he's upset. Either or. It's a connecting cover. J. Scott Campbell's, it's not complete, but he's thrown us the the idea of what he's gonna kind of do. We got Superman in the back, Joker, Hush. I'm guessing that's gonna be a Robin. Oh yeah, Robin, Harley, and Poison Ivy, and Catwoman. So we got our hot ladies, Batman centerpiece. So it'll be a good cover, Campbell. And Delato, he's going to be doing a connecting thing. I'll spend $65 elsewhere in the store rather than those Dick Tracy's. I don't feel like many people will be ordering the Dick Tracy set, but you never know. Some people may have missed out and they want to get them, but yeah. Sorry, yeah, Delato. He's doing a connecting cover set. For whatever reason, I couldn't get there isn't a full image of all 6 covers done and ready to go. I couldn't get them on our site, but we were able to get the this this rinky-dink thing of the sketches. I don't know why we could only get this, but there is a full color image. If you do a Google search, you can see the whole thing connected, and we're selling the bundle. Obviously, you're not going to get them right in one go. You have to wait for every single issue to come out, but we are doing a bundle if you want to save 20% on all 6 issues and have your own connecting cover. There you go. But anyway, back to the other covers. Dan Mora. I love the Dan Mora. It's a little simple, you know, nothing crazy. The Tony Daniel one is not available. The blank one, not available. They always do the blank ones late. So they show up within a couple of days of FOC. And there's a foil. I imagine it's just going to be this cover as a foil. I doubt they're going to pick one of the other 2. There is a gatefold cover. So you get all 3 in one. It's even more expensive than the regular variants. But then they're doing a wraparound foil by Sean Murphy, who I love. White Knight, Batman White Knight. It is going to be allocated. So we have not had any trouble with when they give us allocation warnings. But man, this is $36. It's an expensive foil wraparound. I don't know how big the wraparound is going to be. But it is there, and sorry, right here. We do our bundle sets, and if it doesn't show up, like if we do get allocated and you don't get your copies, you'll get refunded for that issue. I did make a mistake because I thought, oh no. We were doing our 1 in 25 bundle, and we were doing our ratio bundle for just all the standard, and the prices, we were like, you know what, it's pretty close. So we're not doing our normal, all the standard covers as a bundle. We're doing a 1 in 25 bundle. So you'll get the Liber Mayo and all the other, what is it, 12? Is it all or 11, so 10 covers and the 1 in 25. So it wasn't very far off than what we did our 1 in 25 bundle. So we're doing the 1 in 25 bundle. That's it. There you go. So you get 1 in 25 plus all these guys. If by chance we don't get an allocated Sean Murphy foil, we'll refund you for that really expensive comic. But it's not happened yet. I guess it's just a warning, more for probably the big stores who are like, we need 200 copies or something. But we did make a bunch of bundle. Oh, it's right. No, what happened here? Oh yeah. So if you want the 1 in 50 bundle, there you go. You can get the DeMio and the Bermeo and all these other covers. Man, I just started doing this and I feel like I'm confused. But anyway, $205 if you want the 1 in 50 and all the other ones. There's 1 in 25s, 1 in 50s, 1 in 100, a sketch cover, 1 in 250, and then 2 1 in 608 because 608 was the first Hush issue, Batman 608. And they're doing 2 copies because Jim Lee will sign one and Jeff Loeb will sign the other. So we're doing a bundle for those. You'll also get the 1 in 250 and the 1 in 100, which we don't have a cover image for the 1 in 50 and 1 in 25 and all the other standard covers. But man, we're just kind of doing it at cost. So like it costs us this much to bring in those 608 copies. It's actually more than that. We just kind of came down a bit. So if you want 2 608 variants, 1 in 250, the 1 in 100, 150, 125, all the standards. There you go. So for $2,000. And we also did a 1 in 1,000 bundle because you can get the 1 in 1,000 variant, which will be signed by both Jim Lee and Jeff Loeb. Then you also get the 1 in 250, the 1 in 100. You get both 100. 1 in 608. Both will be signed, one by Jim, one by Jeff. Your standard covers, and again, it's at our cost. It's again just a little less than our cost. If you want 1,000 copies, not 1,000 copies. If you want the bundles, it's $3,500. It's bananas, man. Like. To bring in 1,000 copies of this book, not any of the variants, because the variants are more expensive. It costs us $7,000. $7,000 to get a signed comic. It's bananas. Midtown will do it. I'm pretty sure. I feel like Capcan is going to do it. Like they're probably going to get a couple. They're going to. Whenever something big happens, they always do like some kind of something, but you never know. I know a lot of stores are cutting back. Maybe they won't, but they're huge in Canada. Like, so I imagine they're going to be able to get that with ease. Not us. We're small potatoes. Sadly, we are small potatoes. Ouch. Yeah. So anyway, the option's there. If somebody's got money and they want that book, it's going to be signed by Jim and Jeff. And again, you can't get this cover outside of getting the 1,000. Obviously, it is using the B and C cover, but it is. I would have liked it if they actually did a brand new cover. That would make it more enticing, like they did with the Berserker. The Keanu Reeves series that came out. The 1 in 1,000 was a brand new cover that you could only get if you got the 1,000, and it was signed by Keanu. Like that is crazy because like if it was like a black and white version of the A cover, it wouldn't make it as enticing. So this is subtly okay just because it is different from all the other covers, but it is reusing the B and C cover. So I don't know. Anyway. Jim Lee collectors, they're there, and they're gonna want this. The ones who's got deep pockets, but some of those big stores are gonna be able to bring these in. Us, not not very likely unless somebody really wants that, or we end up selling a ton of variant bundles. Yeah, ratios don't, it's not just ratios, it's comics in general. If you look at any comic coming out, like after they come out, you could find them anywhere for half their value, right? So it's not just ratios, it's everything, but it's all about the gambling. I know a lot of people are speculators. I know some people who are buyer and sellers, and their thing is like, yes, you spread it out. You go big on 5 to 7 different things, and you just need one to hit big. Gambling mentality. But as a business owner in this industry, I'm a gambler. I'm picking issues, which ones the market will want us to buy, which ones I think are going to be worth more in the future. This whole thing is gambling. But all right, that is DC. So new DC books, we won't see anything for the next couple of weeks, but we do have our Batman up there. And thank you, Hazoo and AP and Scott Piper, for making comments. Alberto, I don't know if you're still there. I can't, on this screen, I can't see how many people are actually watching or anything. I just see the comments. But let's jump into Marvel again. Same thing. No Marvel for the next 2 weeks, but there's a big book coming in February. Amazing Spider-Man #1. It's going to be Volume 7. Joe Kelly is staying on as writer. Pepe Larraz is the main artist, but John Romita Jr. is also staying on. So I don't know if he's doing like backup, or if they're going to be alternating story arcs, like John will do one and Pepe will do the other. But I do really like this this cover. I love Sandman taking the front here, and then you just got all these other villains. They kept the Goblin Queen up there, and Itsy Bitsy. Joe Kelly brought her in Spider-Man Deadpool. Female Electro, not the male version. Shocker, Lizard, Kraven, Hobgoblin, Vulture, Mysterio, Black Cat. It's a good cover, but you know, it's gonna relaunch, and there are variant covers aplenty, but we don't know what they're gonna look like. So we've got our blank, which, you know, we'll bring in a bunch because Spider-Man blanks are good to have. Everyone's always looking for those at conventions and blah blah blah. We have a to be determined artist. We don't know who it is, but we're getting another Frank Miller. The last Frank Miller Spider-Man was the last volume. He did the 1 in 50, and everyone was all up talking about his toes, because they showed his toes in the costume, which he's never had a costume showing his toes. So I don't know why Frank did that. So I'm curious to what will happen. Ryan Stegman, he's been on Spider-Man, Superior Spider-Man specifically, so he'll get a cover. We got a Chiarello foil variant. I know Chiarello from doing, I think it was the 2nd or 3rd issue of Batman, the new Long Halloween. Long Halloween. I think he did the Riddler cover. So I'm pretty sure that's the guy. Nimit Malavia. I know him from way back. He was doing covers for Fables. So I'm curious what he's going to do with that. He's got the Black Cat. Simone DeMeo, he's heavy DC. So I'm curious if he's actually jumping over to Marvel and starting to do work for them. Is he now exclusive? Is he not? Is he going back and forth? I don't know. But he has been heavy on DC covers. So yeah, there's 8 different covers. You got a bundle here if you want all 8, 20% off. Good discount, solid discount. But the 1 in 25, David Marquez, I believe, is the 1 in 25. If you want all issues there. If you want to buy 25 copies of #1 and get the 1 in 25, we'll give you 30% off that. So your discount is actually greater than the profit we make. And then if you want all the ratios, the 1 in 200, the 1 in 100, There's 2 different 1 in 50s and a 1 in 25 plus all the standard. That's gonna cost you 750 Canadian doll hairs. Remember that when you're daring your friends to do stuff and you're like, "Oh, you did it. I said doll hairs." Well, that was stupid of me to bring up. Anyway, so that's the FOC. Went a lot longer. I rambled a lot more than I thought I would, but you're going to see this amazing Spider-Man bundle up here for the next month and a half. I think it's somewhere in there because it's in February when it's due. Hopefully the covers start to come in so I can add them to the site. Same thing with Batman 158. We've got about a month of this up here. I will eventually change the Delgado connecting thing. I'll figure out how to get the colored, completed colored one up there. And then FOC will change next week. It'll be just indie books. Again, not much. Will I do a video? I don't know. We'll see. And yeah, so we have just under an hour and a half left of 25% off. So if you want to find anything that's there, feel free. Tomorrow is our last day we're open in the store. I do have to run in on Tuesday morning. I might open it up while I'm there for a couple hours, but nothing official. But anyway, tomorrow's the last day to shop in store. Then we take some time off and hang out with our family, and maybe I'll jump on here and do something live again later, but that's it. FOC complete, 10:30. I'm gonna go get a glass of water, take some vitamins, go to bed. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks to Scott Piper, Hazu AP, Chelsea Wright pops in and out, and Alberto. Thanks for just making a comment and helping me do this nonsense. Have a good night, and if I don't talk to you or see you, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Flintstone vitamins. I love Flintstone vitamins. Those things are so good. Yes, have a good Christmas. Thanks, Scott. AP, thank you. Merry Christmas. And I'm up for the night. Hazu, Merry Christmas. Thank you. Okay, I gotta go. I feel like oh, you, and yes, you. Anyway, good night.